Begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Kelly Oubre.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. McCollum and Jones are your wingmen. Williamson out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Murray in at the 1. And for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid out there with Paul George. Then there's Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Now, here's Oubre. To the inside, Olynyk with the steal. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And that one's good, Williamson.
Well, this is where Zion can be so deadly. He gets a bit of space, and he can take advantage of it.
So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against Washington. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. So I wanted to know what his plans were for going up against C.J. McCollum. Coach said outsmarting him isn't really an option. He added, I think we'll just try to throw size at him so his shots aren't coming easy and his sight lines are disrupted. So he's looking to challenge McCollum as much as possible. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Olynyk can't hit.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
And don't sleep on Maxey's vertical. He's great at using it to hammer those down.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's McCollum on the wing. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, that's the thing about McCollum. He can absorb the contact and still complete the play.
Maxey against Murray. Maxey passes to Embiid. Rebound by Olynyk. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's McCollum in the corner. And the rejection by Embiid.
And how about the anticipation from the big fella? Embiid is one of the league's premier shot blockers.
Williamson against George. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. New Orleans with the ball. They trail by 1. And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
And moving George around the floor keeps the defense guessing.
And timeout called by Willie Green. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. You take a look at the 76ers. Right now, they've been able to gather the 8th best record in the conference as the latter part of the season approaches.
Right now for Philadelphia, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And he knocks down the first one. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And so Olynyk nails both of them. And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Here's McCain. He had 15 points last outing.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Jones, the pass to Olynyk. New Orleans moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Olynyk, a screen on George. Williamson from long range.
And it's not easy making a shot when you have Embiid in your face like that.
To the middle. It's stolen by Jones. Pass to Olynyk from past the arc. Oubre pulls it in. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's McCain. Back to Maxey. Olynyk with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it. That shot no good.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Pass to Embiid. And here's Maxey. He's covered by Murray. Williamson with the block.
Such a powerful denial. Zion wanted that shot completely erased.
George passes to Oubre. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid with it. Olynyk is covering. Maxey against McCollum. Pass to Williamson from deep three-point territory. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum.
Zion keeping the defense on their toes right there.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Brown is checked in for New Orleans. And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. Second is Tyrese Maxey.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
McCain, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, there have got to be a lot of challenges at different stages of the season, Stan. Here we are at mid-season. What comes to the top of your mind when you think about what these coaches are facing now?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, it was always just that mental grind of thinking that there was an answer out there that I wasn't finding, that we had one more thing that maybe could unlock better performance. And you think about the game 24/7, where sometimes the best way to come up with those answers would be to get away from it.
And he sinks the second. Now McCollum, 14 points from him the last game against Portland. Pass to Brown. Over to the wing. Williamson against George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 17-footer. And it's Williamson missing. The 76ers leading. Maxey on the wing. Here's McCain. He's guarded by McCollum. Back to Maxey. He takes it in. Rebound by Murray. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The score now all even.
Well, he can really bully you in there. Olynyk is a tough assignment close to the basket.
So it's Philadelphia now, and going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it, winning both matchups last season.
Now here's Embiid. He had 15 points last outing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's the drive. They get it back. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
He just knows where to go. Embiid positioning himself perfectly to get the putback.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, "I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody." Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. Now, here's Maxey. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Oh, clever pass there from Maxey. So good at finding his teammates.
Pelicans trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Embiid with the block.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Maxey with it, out guarded by Murray. Maxey kicks to George. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Brown outside. Back to Murray. Brown with a screen on Maxey. Maxey against Murray. Got him up in the air with the pump fake and then took advantage.
Yeah, over the years, Murray has worked to make himself a 3-level scorer.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
McCollum, no good.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
George sets a screen for Maxey. Back to George. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. Pelicans trail by 8. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Herbert Jones.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now here's Brown. 8 points his last outing. McCollum against Jackson. McCollum looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. There's Brown with the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Now, here's Maxey. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Sinks the three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 11.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now here's McCollum. Brown with a screen on Jackson. Jackson against McCollum. Here's Messi. No good from outside.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Maxey kicks to Drummond. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Pelicans making a switch here. Hawkins is checked in. Pelicans trail by 11. McCollum with the ball. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Bucket is good.
Tried to get in there using his height. Murphy working through the defense.
1:25 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Grimes. Still scoreless. Shoots over Brown. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Hawkins against Jackson. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. The shot, no good. The 76ers leading by 9. Here's Maxey. Outside for Jackson. His three-pointers off the mark. New Orleans has gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Brown's shot is good.
Well, McCollum can do it all when you give him the keys.
The 76ers shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. McCollum against Maxey. With 4 seconds on the clock. That shot off.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. 76ers lead by 7. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
And here is Butler, setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Brown out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's Hawkins. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Messi in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pelicans trail by 7. Here's Hawkins. Can't hit from the elbow. Philadelphia's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. 8-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Butler kicks to Yabusele. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Sunday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
And for the game with the Mavericks, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
And he makes the first. Herbert Jones, he's checked in for Hawkins. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them. And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Now, here's Brown. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The 76ers, number 1.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
That's good from Yabusele. And so he hits both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Brown outside. Inside, it's stolen. To the left wing, here's Grimes. Drills it from outside. Grimes has got the lead up to 14 now for Philadelphia.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
For New Orleans, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. How last month turned out for him, averaging about 16 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Round kicks to McCollum. Can they get it? And it's good on the way in.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. The past month has been surreal, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And as you said, one of the league's top 3 rebounders. He has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim. That's special. And the want-to corral it. Now Butler. He's coming off a 19-point game against Washington.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pelicans trail by 14. Back to McCollum. The fadeaway. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And it goes down 2 points. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's McCain. He's got 10. Pass to Embiid. Takes the 3. Rebounded by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint. Here's Jones. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum. Here's George. 20 points for him last game against Washington. Pass to McCain. From 13. Rebounded by Jackson.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Embiid in the corner. Jackson passes to Grimes. George with the screen on Jones. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 12 in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Murray. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Jones against George. At the top of the key, Embiid. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. He's got 8.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pelicans trail by 18. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. You have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him, and we have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. The 76ers leading by 16. Here's McCain. He's got 12. Outside, George. Embiid in the corner. Shot clock at 6. And the 3 ball is good. Embiid's got 9 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and it seems like he's getting more comfortable with each bucket.
Murray outside. From 15 feet away, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's McCain. He's covered by Murray. Pass to Embiid. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. McCollum outside. At the elbow, Murray. And McCain pulls it down. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 19-7 run. Pass to George. Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's McCollum. Murray outside. Brown sets a screen for Murray. Again, the miss by Murray.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
That's short off the rim.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
To the middle, here's Embiid. Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he dumps it down.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Here's Jackson. He had 13 points in the win against Washington. Pass to McCain. On the wing, Jackson. He's guarded by McCollum. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
The free throw drops for Jackson.
Well, I had a chance to coach Reggie Jackson in Detroit. He's very good at running an offense, and he brings toughness to this team as well.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Williamson is checked in for Brown, and Hawkins subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And so Jackson nails both of them. And a few years back, the NBA coach decided to change how they do take fouls. It appears it's had the impact they wanted, don't you think?
I certainly do, Kevin. I thought it was a great rule change. There's almost nothing more exciting in NBA basketball than the fast break. And take fouls were limiting that. Now that we've gotten rid of those, we're really getting to see the athleticism of NBA players.
Because we want to see the finish, don't we? We want to see what happens when they do get off on that kind of break.
That's where the excitement happens.
The 76ers making a switch here. Yabusele's checked in. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for New Orleans. McCollum comes in for Hawkins. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Maxey. A lot of time, games are decided at the line. So let's check out the NBA leaders in that category. The fourth spot held by Paul George.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Pelicans trail by 19. McCollum outside. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. And no one knows Williamson's game more than you. You know it firsthand. Zion's physicality makes him incredibly difficult to defend.
Well, there's no question, Kevin. He's virtually unstoppable going to the basket. But as time goes on, you know everybody's athleticism decreases a little. If he's going to age well in the league, he's going to need to have that jump shot as a weapon.
I'm sure you told him that, didn't you?
I tried.
The first free throw is good. So, Coach, thinking about Zion Williamson and his impact on the game, sometimes his playmaking can be overlooked a little bit.
Yeah, Kevin, this guy is really unselfish, and I think Zion actually relishes setting up teammates for shots more than he likes to score. He knows he's going to draw a lot of attention, and he creates shots for his team.
Just hearing you talk, I know you really like him, even personally, don't you? You love him as a player, but personally you like him.
Just a great person.
Here's Williamson. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Jones for three. It's hauled in by George. George has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Maxey into the lane, and the shot goes in. Maxey's got his second basket of the game.
And Maxey's guys encourage him to attack whenever he can because his first step is so explosive.
1:32 left in the second quarter. Murray against Maxey. Williamson outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
All right, a chance here to check out the stats for Paul George. He's been dominant over the last month, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And yet, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And both free throws good for Williamson.
Well, the bottom line is this. When Zion Williamson is healthy, he is very tough for defenses to handle. You have to be very clear on your plan or he'll destroy you.
Now, here's Oubre. 9 points last game. Here's McCain. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
Now here's Williamson. 9 points in the game so far. Just 5 to shoot. Tries it from the top of the key. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Pass to McCain. Murray against Maxey. And that one is good. Maxey's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Floats it up for Williamson. Stolen by George. For Philadelphia, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
That's good from Yabusele. So he gets them both. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. 76ers on top, running away with it. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Joel, you've got the lead, so how do you build on that as the game continues?
Just keep being aggressive. I thought we did a good job defensively, so we just got to keep being aggressive and making plays.
Hey, they always build off of their defense here. Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
These first-year guys, very impressive so far. Now it is, who can sustain this level of play?
And the key is to follow your routine. Strength, conditioning, I'm not going to say diet because I'm not on the diet, but all the things you weren't thinking about when you were in school.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Where's the perimeter D? I see no sense of urgency, and those boys are getting scorched.
Big fella, you might be able to guard the perimeter better right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's take a step back.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got George, also Kelly Oubre out there, Tyrese Maxey out there with Embiid, and it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And it's George missing. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Pelicans. Williamson outside. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Olynyk. No good on that one. Good D by Embiid. Philadelphia has gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Rejected by Murray.
Well, that's the long arms of Murray. A huge asset defensively, as we saw right there.
Oubre can't get it to go.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
The three-pointer is right on target. McCollum's got the first bucket of the third here for New Orleans. The 76ers leading by 23. Pass to McCain. Driving to the basket. And stolen by Murray. Williamson against Maxey. The 8-footer. And Williamson gets it to go. Williamson's got 11.
As you expect, Zion getting forceful and dominant inside.
Murray against Maxey. Embiid. Another miss by Philadelphia. Pelicans trail by 21. Jones dishes to Murray. And Olynyk kicks to Williamson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Forcing his way to the free throw line. Zion is so tough to handle. So strong and athletic.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Williamson. Stan, I've always admired you come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. No good on that one. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's New Orleans with it. In the second half, they've only given up 1 basket coming from the free throw line. And timeout called by Willie Green. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Now we take a look at the 2K leaderboard to see who the best rebounders in the NBA have been over the last 10 games. 5th, Joel Embiid.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Williamson against George. Williamson, the pass to Jones. Now here's Murray for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Pass to Olynyk. Jones against Oubre. Jones kicks to Olynyk. And the 3 off target.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Back to Maxey. To the wing right side.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Murray. He's right around 17 points a night, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
A moment to check out Zion Williamson. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Now here's Murray. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Embiid against Olynyk. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on George.
Well, Zion is such a problem for any defense. You can't help but use a foul to try and slow him down.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And when he's healthy, Zion is a force, an athletic freak who makes an impact on both ends.
And both free throws good for Williamson.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Gets an open look and hits. Embiid's got 13 points.
The big fella, Embiid, making it look too easy.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Olynyk, a screen on George. Steps back. Williamson. And the rejection by Embiid. Lock at 6. Olynyk sets a screen for McCollum. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McCollum's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for New Orleans. And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's an 18-point lead. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's foul number 2 for him. New Orleans has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Pass to Williamson. Makes it off the glass. Now that's 17 points for Zion Williamson.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Maxey with it. He has 7. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I really don't think there's a more impactful player in the league. Even on nights when his stats don't show it, Embiid changes everything when he's on the floor.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the 3. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
Now here's Williamson. He's got 17. Pass to Olynyk. Here's McCollum. Launches a three. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Maxey with it. All guarded by Murray. Embiid dishes to Oubre. Maxey against Murray. Pass to McCain. A three-pointer, no good. Pelicans trail by 18. And here is Murray. And here is Olynyk. No good on the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's George. Good on the shot. George has got 9.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
The Pelicans have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Murray finds Olynyk. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. Over George. No good off the front iron. Philadelphia leading by 20. It's George on the wing. Pass to Embiid. Now here's Oubre. Defended by Jones. Oubre, a screen on Murray. Back to Oubre. And it's off from three-point range. New Orleans gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And the Pelicans miss again. Philadelphia has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
Probably the last guy you want to foul out there. Maxey almost automatic at the stripe.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good, Maxey. The 76ers making a switch here. Grimes is checked in. And then for New Orleans, Bruce Brown. He's checked in for Herbert Jones. And Hawkins subbed in for Murray. Well, for New Orleans, shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Now, here's Olynyk. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And it's Williamson missing.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
Grimes with the bucket.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Here are the Pelicans with the ball. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Now McCollum, 10 points for him. Round kicks to McCollum. George against Williamson. And just miss after miss right now. Philadelphia's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Shot by Grimes. No good. Grimes has gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Now a veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Yabusele, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Reggie Jackson comes in for Maxey. And so here is New Orleans. Here's Williamson, banked in off the glass. Williamson's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying him. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Now here's Jackson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Yabusele passes to Jackson. Now here's Embiid. Olynyk with the steal. The drive by Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, if Zion gets a runway, nothing is going to stop him.
The 76ers leading by 22. Here's Jackson. Pass to McCain. Outside for Jackson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 7.
Yeah, they count on Jackson to hit enough of those to keep the defense honest.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Now Olynyk. Here is Hawkins. Olynyk, a screen on Jackson. 14 feet away. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Hawkins has got his first bucket in this one. Here's McCain. He's guarded by McCollum. Outside for Jackson. No good on the triple. The Pelicans shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Here's Hawkins. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Hawkins has got 4 points now in the quarter. Philadelphia leading by 21. Here's McCain. He's got 18. They set the pick. Pass to Grimes. Zion Williamson grabs the miss.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Puts it up from 12. The shot by Hawkins, no good. Philadelphia shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Offensive rebound. Here's McCain. Here's Grimes. 5 points in the game. Embiid. Pelicans with the rebound. McCollum's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the inside. And Olynyk at the basket on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. Here's McCain. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Pass to Yabusele. Here's McCain. He's guarded by McCollum. Embiid with it. Sinks the 15-footer. Embiid's got 17.
And this is the beauty of Embiid's game. He has a shot from anywhere on the floor.
And here is Olynyk. Pass to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
The 76ers leading by 19 points. Now Embiid. Olynyk is covering. In deep. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Williamson.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
Pretty much automatic tonight at the line, 8 for 8.
And a lot of his points coming by way of the free throw.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. And it's the 76ers with the ball. It's an 18-point lead. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Down low, Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
It's blocked. And so it's Philadelphia controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Pelicans trail by 20, setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Trey Murphy is out there with Herbert Jones. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's Brown. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. And stolen by Murray. Brown against Embiid. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Philadelphia on D. Murray outside. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Launches it. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Takes it inside. No good from Yabusele. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Jones kicks to Murray. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Well, if Murray's knocking those down, that's going to keep defenders honest.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Embiid. With the fadeaway. It's deflected, and he recovers it. It's good from long range.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Pelicans trail by 20. Murray, the pass to Jones. Back to Murray. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
So dangerous in the two-man game. Murray used that screen to perfection.
Butler against Murray. Jackson in the corner. 76ers moving the ball around. Embiid kicks to Yabusele. A 15-footer, and it falls over the rim and in. Embiid's got 21.
Well, no question, Joel Embiid is page 1 on the scouting report. Maybe page 2 and 3 as well. He is a handful.
For New Orleans, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Jones looking for an opening. Murray against Butler. With the floater, and it's Murray, that time on the assist by Brown. Murray's got 8 points here in this quarter.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Here's Grimes. Embiid with the screen on Jones. Jackson in the corner. No good with the triple.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Kicks it out to Jones. Brown outside. This one for three. The rebound by Yabusele.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Grimes. That three off the mark. Pelicans trail by 17. Outside, Jones. Here's Messi. Over in the corner, Brown. And Embiid with the block. Pass to Jackson. Now here's Embiid. Now here's Butler. Back to Embiid. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the 76ers lead by 19.
And really, beyond the skills, you see right there the passion Embiid has, displaying that killer instinct.
And there's the call on Jared Butler. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Pelicans making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in. Here's Messi. No good on the quick three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pelicans pull it in. Murray's got his sixth rebound on the night. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Yeah, I think Murray is at his most effective when he's focused on creating plays for others.
The 76ers leading by 17. Bounce pass, Butler. Here's Embiid. Pelicans pull it in. Olynyk's got 6 rebounds in the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Olynyk sets a screen for Murray. 6 to shoot. Brown outside. Three-pointer. The rebound by Yabusele. Yabusele's got 8 rebounds in this game. Jackson passes to Yabusele. Stolen by Jones. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Off target with the open look.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Jackson kicks to Butler.
Clearly a foul.
And the first one drops. Some changes for Philadelphia. George is checked in for Yabusele. And Maxey subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And the Pelicans making a change here. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailing by 19. Lays it in off the breakaway. New Orleans gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. McCollum outside. Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players being critical of the younger generations. What's your assessment?
I think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do. I think the approach should more be from the retired players. They should have an appreciation of what they built and really enjoy the accomplishments of the current players. And then on the other hand, the current players need to look back and respect the foundation that those former players built for them.
A nice shot by McCain.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
So it's the Pelicans now. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Mr. Williamson. The rebound by Paul George. George has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Maxey kicks to George. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Maxey in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson outside. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
An incredible night for Zion. Exactly what we expected, and maybe even a little more.
Maxey with it. Embiid with a screen on Hawkins. Grabs the rebound again. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Pass to Embiid. And here's George. Over Williamson. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Now here's McCollum. Williamson with a screen for McCollum. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
And the Pelicans with possession here after the Sixers pick up 2. George against Williamson. The rebound by Paul George. 76ers have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the 4th. That's about 43%.
And another great rebound there. I mean, he's pulled down a ton of them, and the size issue has not been a problem here today.
Offensive rebound, Williamson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on George.
Defense is all over Zion, but Williamson doubles down and draws a foul while able to get the shot off as well.
The first one falls. Herbert Jones, he's checked in for New Orleans. DeJounte Murray comes in for Hawkins. And both free throws good for Williamson.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
Now, here's Lowry. To the right side. Yabusele passes to Walker. Off target from three-point range. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And that one falls for Olynyk. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
And here's Jackson. Pass to Yabusele. There's the pick. From outside the arc. Jackson misses.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Jackson. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Gordon. He's guarded by McCollum, and it's blocked.
Hard to get over that near 7-foot frame of Olynyk.
And the 76ers with some changes. Council's checked in, and it's Butler in for Eric Gordon. And Jackson gets it to go.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the 76ers.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Joel Embiid.
Well, he was all about the rim protection in this one. His defensive presence was felt from the get-go.
Here's Butler. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Abusele can't hit. Outside, Jones. Beyond the arc. Here's Williamson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Williamson's got 34. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. The lead is 15. Pass to Abusele. 76ers moving the ball around. Drummond. Rebound by Olynyk. And it's the Pelicans' ball. Now Murray. That's tipped. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Joel, congrats on the win. A quality win. How did you secure it?
Oh, we played. We were tough tonight. We won soft. We shared the ball defensive, and we were really good. And that's what we got to do the rest of the season.
Well, you're building towards something good, man. Congratulations on the win. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. And that'll do it, folks. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Joel Embiid.